Action.
Hey, how are you?
Dr. Chen, great seeing you again.
You too.
How's everything?
Good. Please have a seat.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So how has business been so far?
It's been good. It's been good. Busy, but good.
Awesome. Well, I like to hear that. I know you're probably excited about the new office, right? How's that coming along?
It's good. We're progressing slowly, but we're moving along.
Okay, very excited for you. I'm very excited for you. I know there's a lot of great things happening to you, and you're doing some great things for the community. So when you give a lot comes back as well.
Hopefully.
Okay. Well, I got some great news. Last week that I was here, we got a chance to talk, and we talked about some numbers, and you seemed like you were very interested in getting some outsourcing for your HR department. And like I promised, I went back to the office, got together with my team, and we worked on an analysis based on all the numbers that you gave us last time. And I'm very excited to present that to you, and I'm going to walk you through all of that today. So that's what I'm going to do. It's going to take us about maybe 10 minutes to go over it. And then at the end, if it makes sense for you, it makes business sense to move forward with the company, then we'll be able to get started and get everything implemented within the next week. How does that sound?
It's good.
Okay, so feel free if you have any questions along the way. I want to definitely hear from you, hear your input along the way. So let me just kind of show you what we did. Okay, last time I was here, we took, and I brought some of these graphs and some of these numbers because I know you like to see the numbers. So I definitely want to make sure you have this available so we could go work on it together. So we talked that you have 150 employees currently. You're looking to possibly, you're growing. You're getting about 50 more in the next couple of months. But in order to do that, in order to have that next facility, you got to increase your cash flow, right? You need money. You want to look for ways to cut the costs. And like any businessman, you want to make sure that that you do it effectively. So what we tallied up the salaries of what you're paying your employees now, right? You told me that you have a couple of employees in the HR department, and we added up their salaries. So you have 3 HR departments. Each office has their own HR department. And sadly, that's a big cost on your business. I didn't realize it till I started adding these numbers up. But currently, you're spending $600,000 every year on those people's salaries. And the worst part about it is that they're not doing the best job they could. You told me last time that they're inefficient, that there's a lot of mistakes that are being made. And I mean, sadly, if I was paying almost over $500,000, I would expect a lot more than what you're getting now. Okay, so that could be numerous reasons, but the bottom line is that we're here to help you save money. We're here to help you do a better job, because when we're talking about people's money and people's paychecks, no one wants to be cut short, and that's what was happening before, and we don't want to see that happen again. So this is the way that ADP could help you out. First of all, instead of you paying $600,000 a year, we're going to be able to cut the cost down to $72,000 a year. And of course, there's implementation costs of $10,000 because we're going to be implementing a whole new system into place. But your total cost will be $82,000 a year. Only $72,000 is going to be ongoing. How much savings is that right there?
That's a lot.
That's a lot of money. How can you use that money for your business? How can you use that to help grow the business?
No, we could definitely use a little more extra money. Marketing and all that. Yeah, that's great. But keep on. I just want to say a little more.
So this is, of course, if we do all the outsourcing. If we do everything, and you rely on us for that HR part. Now, there's also a lot of people that we deal, a lot of organizations that they don't completely just to get rid of their HR department. They have at least one employee.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
I'm not really sure if I want to displace my employees.
Well,
that's one of the problems I had with.
And I understand, and that's why I think this option will work best, because you're not completely displacing all the employees. You're going to keep at least one employee per facility. So instead of getting rid of all 4, you're going to have at least 1. You're going to get rid of 3. Now, Brian, Dr. Chen, you can keep everyone you want.
Correct.
Right? I mean, if I was up to me, I'll hire everyone in the neighborhood. But it's not. It doesn't work. You know, it's not going to help my business grow. It's not going to help me do a better job. I mean, you're in business for what? To help people, right?
Of course.
To help people get healthy.
Yes.
But if we keep doing what you're doing now, your bottom line is not going to be healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm here to tell you, to give you the best advice on how to proceed. You know, you decide what you'd like to do, but I'm showing you, just by implementing the system into place, you're going to be saving nearly $500,000 a year, a little bit more over that.
How do I know I can trust you guys? You know, I'm not comfortable with turning over, you know, all my information. How do I know, you know, you're going to be reliable and trustworthy?
Let me ask you, when a patient comes to you and they go to your clinic, how can they trust you?
Our experience, we have the degrees.
Right, exactly. You have the education, you have the experience, you've been in the business for a while.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? ADP has those same things.
Do you have something you can show me?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, we are a publicly traded company. We're a Fortune 100 company. Right. We have a AAA credit rating. So as you see, these are some of our latest reports that are going to our shareholders.
Right.
And continuously, we are one of the top companies in the entire financial industry. And it's tough to find those companies nowadays because you hear of all the corruption that goes on.
Right.
But we're dealing with people's paychecks. We're dealing with payroll. 1 out of every 6 paychecks that's cut is cut by ADP. So we're all over. And because of that, we have a big reputation to live forward to. And that's why you can trust, you can put our trust in us. We've been here for the past 30 years. We're going to continue to be there for the next 30.
Right.
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, pretty much does. I'm really glad about the numbers. That's what keeps rolling in my mind. It's a really good, you know, investment if I'm able to, you know, trust you guys and make sure everything's gonna go out as we plan. Mm-hmm. I don't want any problems with whatever we decide to do in the future.
Oh, absolutely. And because you have that concern about displacing all your employees, I think the best fit would be to do the ADP payroll and HR, but keep at least one full-time employee.
Right.
That way you at least have that one person that you could go to that could help manage the implementation, that could be there to answer questions. ADP will always be here. We're always going to be able to answer any questions you might have. But with that concern, I think that's the best way to address that. So that way we could satisfy your concern, and we could still make sure that you get the savings. So with that program, you're going to be able to save $356,000 a year. That's a big amount, isn't it?
It is.
All right, and then let me just show you what the paychecks look like. It's just like every regular paycheck. It's going to look exactly like this. Okay, it's going to have the employee's name, all the information. It's going to be cut like it's coming from you.
Right, perfect.
And only with the ADP logo on it. Okay, so this is of course I can't give this to you, but just so you know, this is what it looks like.
Right,
and we're going to get these checks. We're going to implement the whole payroll. It'll take us about 2 weeks to do the implementation. That's why it's important that we start right away so we could get it going for the next pay period here, okay?
Right.
So I did bring the paperwork so that we could get this, get the agreement signed. So far everything's made sense to you.
So far, yeah.
And you definitely want to save that money, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of money. And
okay.
Yeah, it should be. All right, so you know what? Let's go ahead and let's do this one where I could keep one.
You want to keep that one?
Yeah, I want to just make sure I keep that.
Absolutely. And later on, if you decide that it's working very efficient and you want to upgrade to the full ADP system, we could do that as well. So there's a lot of flexibility built in.
You're right. We'll see in the future, but this sounds really good for now.
All right, definitely. So let's do that. I need you to sign here, initial here, and then sign the bottom.
Give me a second. Okay. So here it's all the details,
so this is explaining the details exactly. We're agreed that we're going to do the ADP with the full-time employee program. Okay, your cost is going to be $72,000 plus you have to pay your employees at each center. Okay, but the cost that you're paying for ADP would be the $72,000 plus the $10,000 for implementation. Right. Okay, so it'll be $82,000 a year. The good part is you don't pay any of that now. All you're paying right now is only the $10,000 to implement the program, And remember, this is charged to you, to your account, every payroll period.
Right.
So that way, that helps increase cash flow. You don't have to worry about ADP taking vacation days or paying us retirement fees. It's just one flat rate.
Right.
Okay, so go ahead and sign for me there.
Initial.
This is initial. And sign in today's date. Today's the 19th. Okay, and we're going to get started for you. Get the implementation team going, do the training, and by next pay period, you'll be getting an ADP check. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right.
All right, man.
It was great chatting with you. All right. You have my number. If anything,
I'll make sure to call you if anything.
Yeah, let's try to set up a golf meeting, man. I want to go golfing. I heard you're really good out there on the.
I'm good
on the greens.
All right,
awesome. Let me take this. All right, and I'll leave that with you.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Bye.